Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to review the MR6 smart ring that can use to measure your heart rate, and I'll also be comparing it to a smart watch, what ones are better, rings or watches. So first is the unboxing. So this ring kind of comes in this case that looks like this, and it also has a charging pack that can charge the ring. It has a little bit of tech in there. You can see it has the surface mount LEDs. It has a red LED and a green LED used to measure your blood rate, pressure, heart, and blood oxygen, things like this. So I got mine to fit on my index finger there, and it comes with several different sizes and colors. So they have black, silver, and gold. I'm just thinking that I chose gold, but in retrospect, I'm thinking that maybe black would be less obvious on your hand, because I already do have a ring on my ring finger, and then this would just go on the index finger there. So one of the reasons why I didn't put it on my index finger is for many years I have been wearing a gold ring, and so the meats on around the finger, there's a little gap. So you can't have a gap between the ring and the finger because my knuckles are a little bit wide, but the meat on my finger is not too much. The index finger, it fits on quite nicely, and then there's not too much space. You have to have contact with the skin because the light is going to reflect off your skin there, and then it will be able to measure that. So I put on the index finger, and also it's not going to bounce and hits the ring finger. So the charger pack also, this ring was about $40, and I bought it on Taobao, which is a Chinese website, and it has a little charging pin there. You'll see that there's a little connector, a little metal part there. So this is waterproof, and basically that's the only metal contact that is exposed to the environment. So you can just put it onto that little pin there, close it, and you can see it just flashes red, and then it'll turn green when it's fully charged. So that's kind of convenient too, because you wouldn't be able, you wouldn't lose the charger right here, this charger pack, versus if you were just given a USB. It does have a USB-C for charging, so that's the modern one. So it can charge about 45 minutes, and the ring lasts about a week for every charge, and that's about the same as a smartwatch as well. So you're going to get about the same life for the about same amount of money. So I got a smartwatch for about $30–40, and then this was also $40 including that there. So this is kind of what it looks like. One of the things is a normal ring has a beveled edges. So actually I would have preferred if the smart ring had beveled edges so they wouldn't get caught on anything there. You can see that it does kind of stick out about 2 millimeters, and whereas a normal wedding band would be maybe 1 millimeter there. So it just kind of sticks out a little bit. I would have liked it if it had the bevel edges, but other than that, it does fit on okay, and it looks fine. It looks about the same color as my ring finger there. So yeah, just some thoughts, and that's kind of what it looks like. So I put it also on my left hand because you want to have it for your dominant hand. You're going to be using it quite a bit, and you put the rings on your least dominant hands just so that it's not getting in the way there. So depending if you're left or right-handed, that's kind of where you put the rings there. And I've also seen that they put them sometimes on the middle finger if you don't have a ring on your ring finger as well. But you wouldn't want to have the two rings right side by side because they would be hitting each other and get scratched. So this is something to think about when you're thinking about getting a smart ring, and trying to test the sizes as well. But so that's the little charger pack, and it comes with a little charge thing. It's the MR6 smart ring, and then each ring is actually different about the app, and I would say make sure that you download the app first. So it has usually a little QR code with the instructions. So I already pre-download the app and test it out first. So let's have a look at the app and then see all the features, because each ring will have a different app. So I was able to find it on Google Play. This is what the app looks like. It tracks your heart rate, sleep, blood pressure, oxygen, and different things like that. So let's have a look at the heart rate. And I like this app because it kind of shows through all the time here. And it has my beats per minute. And you can just click on the button right here. And then it flashes a little green LED. It has a surface mount LED there. And then using that green light, it has an algorithm that it can calculate your heart rate there. It also has a setting where you can change the frequency of when it's going to take the reading. So like every 5 minutes or every hour or every 2 hours. They recommend every 30 minutes. So I kind of just left it on that setting. But if you wanted to measure it more frequently, that's also okay. The thing I like about this app is you can do days, weeks, months, and it kind of shows you a bar graph about the different heart rate and data, because it's all about data. And it also has a little description in that too. So blood oxygen, this ring is also able to measure blood oxygen levels, and it uses a red LED to measure the blood and oxygen. And so that's also very useful for measuring it. Like if you're holding your breath, you would have less oxygen and things like that. It also has stress levels, and so it has easy, normal, medium, and high side. It is a Chinese app, so the terminology is a little funny, but you can see that the stress levels has decreased on the weekend. It also has for sleep patterns, where it tracks your deep sleep, light sleep, eye movement, and if you're awake. I don't know how accurate it is, because sometimes I do go to bed a little bit early, but it says I slept at a different time. So I guess it does take time, even though when I'm on the bed, when I really fall asleep. I would just, yeah. I did buy a other smart ring. It was a cheaper version, which was like $20. It was JU Pro. I got it, and the app really didn't. I really didn't like it, the app, and actually, the other ring had a problem. And so, don't go too cheap. I would say the more important thing is to test out the apps first and have a play with that, because it's all about the data. The other thing that you want to think about is having a ring versus a smart Fitbit watch. A ring is convenient. It's easy to put in on and off. You want to make sure that it's easy to take on and off, because you're going to have to charge it, and it's convenient. You know, it's not getting in the way. A smart watch, it's more like you can click and you can actually see your heart rate. It's always working, has more features. And so a smartwatch does have more things that it can do. It can give you the time and things like that. Whereas a Fitbit smart ring, it can measure your steps and things like that and heart rate, but then you have to have a phone to check. So if you want to frequently check your heart rate, a watch is the way to go, because it has a display. It's the same thing, it has the LED. Whereas a ring, you would have to either link it to a other device to view the graphs and things like that. So for the price, they're about the same price I got for the ring and the watch. Again, they're kind of more cheaper quality, but I just wanted something simple and not too expensive. So yeah, use a ring if it's good for sleeping. You don't have to take it off. It's both waterproof. The watch, again, has more features, which is good, but it has more tech in it too, whereas the ring is just for convenience. So you just kind of leave it on, you forget about it, and you don't have to worry too much about it. So that's the difference between the watch and the ring. They can still monitor your steps and things like that, but one has a display, one doesn't. One is you forget about it, you don't have to worry about it, just slip it on. And whereas the watch may have like a calendar and timers and things like that, alarms, whereas the ring won't have that. Okay, so those are the two differences about the rings and the watches. And I hope this review was helpful, and I will be putting the links to the ring and the smartwatch into the description. Again, it's on Taobao, so depending, you can probably look on AliExpress because it is an Asian brand, and this was about 20-30 bucks, and the watch is about the same. So give a comment if you have any other ideas or input about smart rings or smart watches about tracking your health, and maybe how that has helped you, or any other recommendations. And subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So if you want to support the channel, you can go to amazon.com or .ca and type in my name. It's Benjamin Newson, and I've just recently published a couple books. My very first novel is called Heart of Stone. It's an interesting story about the end times, and this guy's having dreams, and then his dreams become real in a science fiction novel. I also have other book called Unlocking Your Mind, about memory tricks for studying techniques, as I'm a teacher, so several years there. And Over the Great Wall, I've written about my life experiences 7 years abroad in China. So have a good day, and I'll see you in the next repair video.